how is the immunization going considering all the restrictions during the pandemic and considering the previous fear of, well, because of the scare over dengue, there was a resistance among parents now. I think it's still persisting. How is that going? How is the program going along?
Okay, so there's an ongoing campaign that started October 26 and will go on until November 25. This is the measles, rubella, oral
Yeah.
polio vaccine campaign. So this is ongoing in Mindanao regions as well as in selected regions of Luzon. So this is CAR, Region 1, Region 2, 4B, and 5. Um, uh, it's challenging to actually mount a campaign amidst this pandemic, but there has been a very good also turnout in most of the areas. But there are also challenges. There are areas that are in lockdown. There are also health workers that are victims themselves, so they are also in quarantine. In terms of refusals and deferrals, so we're seeing also some of this, but mostly the reasons are the child is sick or the child is away from the home or the mother is not there to give consent. There's still those fear of the vaccine side effects, but we're not really seeing a rampant refusals due to the infectious scare before. So yeah, it's
Mm.
still ongoing, but in terms of the coverage, it's still at for measles rubella at 47%. So there's still a long way to go. There's still around 2.2 million children under 5 that are still not yet vaccinated for measles rubella. And for polio, around 1.3 million children are still to be vaccinated.
Ah,
Ay, Doc, ay, linawin ko lang because ay nga to Ami's point nung going back to Dengbaksha, there really was a demonstrable spike in the anti-vaxxer community. We would hope that's a small community relative to the rest of the population. Pero tumaas talaga yung apprehension. What you're saying now is that um, you're seeing that going down a bit at mas panatag. It's really for more pragmatic and more reasonable reasons that people are declining or not making themselves available.
Yeah, I would confirm that as well. I would agree to that statement. Well, the Dengbaksha scare that started in 2017, it was really felt immediately after, so around 2018. So there was also,
Hmm.
in terms of routine immunization, there was a decline in coverage that really contributed to it. But it's not just the reason, in terms of the decline in the coverage. And we also saw there was also a campaign in 2018, and the effect can also be felt there. But the campaigns that went on in 2019 and for the polio outbreak response, and even this year for polio as well, early this year and around September for Region 3 and 4A, there was a good turnout actually, and it was not really a major reason for refusals or
Hmm.
deferrals.
Okay.
Look, with the pandemic that we have now with COVID-19, everybody's been talking about and hoping for a vaccine very soon. I'm wondering lang given our problem in with 2017's Dengvaxia and how it affected the attitudes towards vaccines then, with people looking forward to a vaccine now against COVID-19, is that in any way helping how people look at vaccines, confidence in vaccines? Is it an unexpected side effect of the pandemic?
Well, that's true. So they're looking at the COVID vaccine as the silver bullet, no? But actually, it's not actually. So, well, I would like to think that the uptake or the way people see vaccination has also changed. They see it as really this is something that can prevent more diseases and more deaths from happening, because that's really what vaccination is. It really helps prevent vaccine preventable diseases and deaths. And well, hopefully with the hype on the COVID-19 pandemic that we have now and the sort of excitement for this COVID
Mhm.
vaccine, we hope that people will also take this welcome this vaccine. But of course, we are also taking note of possible anti-vaxxers as well. So we will be helping the Department of Health in coming up with communication strategies, risk communication as well, to provide the right information and awareness towards vaccination as a whole.
Doctor,
Okay,
because
now,
of the vaccine scare, we saw a return of polio a couple of months ago. Would you be aware of the current situation now? Have we stopped the spread of polio? I know it was just a few cases, pero considering that we had 0 cases already for a very long time, people were so concerned about it. Kumusta na po yung situation yan, yung polio situation?
Yeah, that's true. So we were polio-free for almost 20 years, right? So we were declared as a country as polio-free since 2000. But last year, sadly, because of the decreasing coverage and the increasing pool of susceptibles, so polio came back. So for now, we actually have 17 cases already. We're not yet over. We're still seeing these additional cases. So polio transmission is ongoing, the outbreak still ongoing. So we should not put our guards down. So that's why the polio vaccination campaign, the campaign that we're having now together with the measles rubella campaign, is part of the bigger polio outbreak response for the country. Surveillance is also being heightened to really check on, are there possible still polio cases in the community? So just to answer that, polio virus transmission still ongoing, the outbreak still ongoing. So we should let our children bring the children to the health centers to be vaccinated for this campaign, and even during routine immunization as well.
I was looking at that chart na finlash natin kanina from the WHO. This was the assessment result in 2018, risk assessment result in 2018. 59% high risk. Third, if you add medium to high risk, that's practically 91%. Are we still there? I mean, given that this is 2018 risk assessment result, 2 years later, do we say that this is still the state of the Philippines?
Yeah, although we had done polio campaigns last year and this year, the whole country is still at risk for polio virus transmission. So I would say that that still holds true. Although we're seeing, because of the massive vaccination campaign, polio vaccination campaign, we might be increasing population immunity slowly, but still the country is at risk.